Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulty. This is Then and Now. I'm Julian Zelizer of The Long View.
And I'm Jonathan Alter of Old Goats.
John, I was just looking around in some old newspapers and I found this story from 1999 in the New York Times where the report was that the Coast Guard was using sharpshooters to try to slow down boats that were carrying narcotics. And it was a story about why they were using this. And so at the time, the way most drug interventions went is the Coast Guard would have an interagency review to find out if there was evidence that a boat was doing this. They would then try to stop the boat. They would do many warnings to tell the boat to stop. And if the boat didn't stop, they would disable it, go on, and arrest the people on board. And they introduced sharpshooters, it turns out, because some of the cartels were using supercharged boats that could go at incredibly high volume. So the point of the sharpshooter, after many warnings and after evidence that there was drugs on the boat, would be to hit the engine and essentially disable it so they could go on board and arrest those. So I couldn't not help but think of the comparison about what is going on right now with the Trump administration and the boats from Venezuela. So any case, how do you think of these comparisons?
Well, when I saw that story that was great that you dug up, my first reaction was, well, maybe they were, doing some of this then. No, they weren't trying to kill people. They were shooting at other parts of the boat to disable it. And it reminded me, I went with then Vice President Biden to Colombia in 2016, and we went and inspected some of their drug enforcement, efforts that the Colombian government was undertaking. And these were not people on the take; they were trying to, deal with drug runners, and they, told us all about their various procedures. They didn't just kill people on the high seas. I mean, this is like what Duterte did in the Philippines, just shooting suspected drug dealers on sight. And by the way, these are fishermen. We now know they weren't going to the United States with drugs. They were just off the coast, not loaded with drugs. And yet Hegseth apparently, and we'll find out the truth in hearings, issued this order, kill them all. Under what authority? And there must be hearings on this. Perhaps a select committee, as has been used in situations like this in the past. If it has to wait a year until the Democrats get control of the House, God willing, it can be done then, but it must be done. We just can't be a country that just shoots people in cold blood.
It's a dramatic contrast between 1999 and what was newsworthy and now in 2025 about what is going on and how far we have moved just in the last few years. Anyway, that's Then Now. Thanks, John, and we'll talk next week.
Thanks, Julian.
Bye bye.